Good morning, students. In our previous English grammar class, we started with the topic models, where we read about nature of models and functions of different models like will, would, shall, should, can, and could. Now, today we'll start with the next model, that is may. To show possibility or probability, for example, the inspector may attend the school today. She may win the match. Now, here both the sentences are showing the possibility. There is no sign of assurance. To give or take permission. May I come in? Yes, you may come in. Next example is to wish or pray. May you get well soon. May God bless you with a child. Now we are making a wish or a prayer. To show a purpose. My friend is joining a new company. Now, what is the purpose of joining a new company? So that he may achieve his target. He is working hard so that he may win. Now, negative form of may. It may not rain today. According to the situation of the weather we are seeing, it may not rain today. She may not attend the meeting. Now, here is a contraction of may not, that is mayn't. Past form of may, might. It expresses less possibility. He might help us. Now there is a possibility, but it is less. She might be a winner in the competition. Now again, it all depends upon her performance. For permission, might I begin to reveal the truth? Might I start speaking? To express a guess. That might be Rohit. Negative form of might, it might not rain. She might not talk to me this evening. Here is a tip given. May and might can be used interchangeably to express possibility. However, we usually use might when something is less likely and may when it is more likely. As we have seen that may is used in showing possibility and might is used in less possibility. The next model is must. To express necessity or obligation. Now, obligation means a kind of moral duty, we can say. For example, you must take part in the competition. It's showing necessity. We must love our motherland, showing obligation. To indicate assumption or conclusion. She must be here in the evening. It's just an assumption. We are just assuming. Mr. A.K. Gupta must be a good teacher. Maybe we have heard about him or about his good deeds or teaching. So it's a kind of conclusion. In case of prohibition, you must not bunk school. Negative form of must. You must not play in sunlight. You must not write your name on the walls. You must not make a fuss over this. Next we have to, has to, and had to. Let's see how they are being used. To express obligation or compulsion while talking about rules and laws. I have to reach school early. Now it is like we can say coming under rules. She has to work late in the office. They had to follow the instruction. Now these all are coming under when we are talking about rules and laws. Negative form of have to is don't have to, that is I don't have to cook the food at home. There is no need to cook food at home. She doesn't have to work till late in the office. That means there is no need to work for late in the office. Next we have ought to. To express moral obligation or duty, as we read earlier also. You ought to respect your parents. You ought to serve the nation. We ought to help our relatives. We ought to speak the truth. To give advice, you ought to study hard to achieve success. It's working as an advice. Negative form of ought to. You ought not to hate your neighbors. You ought not to insult your elders. Now next we have use of need, need to, dare and used to. Need and they are considered semi-modals because they can be used either as modal auxiliaries or as the main verbs. Need and need to. As a modal auxiliary verb in negative terms, it indicates absence of obligation. That means there is no moral duty being present here, so there is absence of obligation. It expresses the speaker's authority or advice, you can say. Authority when we are showing a kind of power or we are commanding, giving certain order, or advice, that is a kind of suggestion, and is used for the present and the future. For example, you needn't type this letter. Now we can say it is having a similar meaning like you should not. The interrogative is formed by inversion, that is, need I speak to him? Question mark. Its past is needed to in the affirmative sentence, need not have in negative, and need have in the interrogative. For example, need I have gone to him? That is interrogative in the past. I needed to go to him. Affirmative in the past. You needn't have gone to meet him. Negative in the past. You need to go to the barber. Now there's a misprint, but it is affirmative in the future. Now moving on to the next model, that is dare. As a modal auxiliary, dare refers to being bold and courageous when you're not scared of anything. The negative is formed by dare not and the interrogative by inversion. For example, dare we talk to them? I dare not disturb them. Used to. A discontinued habit or a past situation which is no more in the present. As we say that it used to. For example, he used to drink daily. Now he does not drink. Something existing in the past. For example, this used to be a dense jungle before. That means talking about a particular area which was earlier a jungle, but now maybe there are some residential buildings or commercial buildings set up. So here the topic model is over today. I'll be sharing the pic of the content which we have read today and in our previous video. And along with this, I'll be sharing some exercises which you need to complete in your fair notebooks as a practice work regarding the topic models. For any queries, let me know in the feedback in our WhatsApp group. Till then, thank you class.